What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Come On Big Fish. I'm your host, Derek Connerly, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to make tiger meat. Now, before you freak out saying I'm eating an endangered species, no, it's not actually damn tiger meat, okay? It's just what the Vietnamese call it. I used to fish with several Vietnamese guys, and they were really good friends, and they taught me how to make this, okay? It's just a funny name for spam and ham with cabbage and rice. It is a very hearty meal. It's not too heavy. It works great to eat when you're out fishing because it does replace the electrolytes. It does give you some carbs, plenty of protein, plenty of fat, plenty of fiber from the cabbage too. So it's just an all-around well-balanced meal to have, you know, for lunch or afternoon snack, or hell, even dinner if you're staying overnight. It keeps really well. It lasts a long time. Basically, what you want to do with it after you mix it up is put it in a Ziploc bag, like a quart size. And when you get ready to eat it, or get close to getting hungry, say about 11 o'clock, you plan on eating it at noon. You'll take it out and you lay it on the dash of the boat in the sun. Let it get good and warmed up. You'll bite off a corner of that Ziploc bag and just kind of squeeze it into your mouth. And like I said, it's very tasty, but it's not overfilling, so it's not going to drag you down. You can stay there, you can keep fishing, you can keep fighting hard. So I'll bring you guys back here in just a second once I get everything kind of laid out. But your main ingredients is going to be the cabbage, spam, canned ham, and rice. It's got two seasonings. Himalayan salt or regular salt is fine. I just happen to have that. And crushed red pepper. You can add soy sauce if you want to. It's personal preference. Since I'm adding salt, I'm not going to add soy sauce because soy sauce is full of salt anyway. I don't want to overdo it. And if you get too much salt out there, you might dehydrate yourself. So you want to replace the electrolytes, not overwhelm your body with them. Alright, got the rice in the pot on the stove, about to boil. Next step, dice up all the spam and the ham, both containers full of it. Get it into, you know, just a rough chop, maybe 1/4 inch by 1/2 inch by 1/4 inch. Just like I said, rough chop be fine. The next step is going to be to slice the cabbage up. All right, guys, we got our cabbage just kind of rough cut. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just slice it and give it a rough chop. Got our spam and ham, our tiger meat, over here in the skillet. So what we're going to do, go ahead and turn that on to a medium heat and let it start getting hot, and we're going to add the cabbage at the same time. Now, it looks like you got a pile of cabbage because you actually do, but it will wilt down. So if it looks like a big pile, like it's not going to all fit, it'll fit. Just give it time, it'll shrink down. So once it starts shrinking down and cooking and all that, I will add the seasoning and everything to it. And it's a real simple seasoning. It's just crushed red pepper and salt. You can add whatever kind of sauce you want. You can add different types of pepper. You can add Tony's, whatever, Cajun seasoning, just anything you want. Just use your imagination. It's gonna be good no matter what. We got our rice boiling. It's gonna be coming off here in just a second. And once we get that done, we'll kind of combine the rice and everything into a big bowl. Taste it, make sure it's right. Probably have a bowl for lunch, and package the rest of it up in the Ziplocs and get ready for a fishing trip. Alright, guys, I got everything in the skillet. I got it seasoned up with red pepper and the salt. At this point, just add a little bit of red pepper. You don't have to go too heavy with it, or whatever seasoning you're using, because you can always add it later, but you can't take it out later. So use it sparingly right now, and then once you get it all mixed up in the bowl, you can see how it's going to taste, and you can taste it and season it to your liking. So we're going to let this stuff cook down. Rice is getting pretty well good to go. It's almost ready. We're going to take that out, probably strain it a little bit, get all the excess moisture off of it, and put it aside so that way it can cool off a little bit before we put it together. All right guys, we're about 20 minutes into it on medium heat, and you can see that the cabbage has already started to wilt down pretty good. I went ahead and stirred it up a little bit. Cabbage was piled up about that high, but now it's all shrunk down, so everything's coming together nicely. We're just gonna let it cook a little bit more, let the cabbage wilt some more. We got our rice over here in the strainer cooling off, ready to go. I'm not a very good rice cooker, I never have been, so I'm not gonna put too much emphasis on how to cook rice, because there's thousands of videos on YouTube. They can show you how to do that a hell of a lot better than I can. But yeah, we'll be back in a second. When this stuff gets done, we'll mix it all together, give it a taste, see how it is, and go from there. Season a little more if we have to. If not, we'll let it cool off, and we'll package it up into Ziplocs and our bowls and get ready for our fishing trip tomorrow. It's gonna be a blast. All right guys, I think the tiger meat's about done. We're gonna go ahead and shut the heat off. We got our rice and everything in a big bowl over here. Kind of pat it down. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna add the tiger meat and everything right on top of it and mix it all together. So give me just a second to get this camera repositioned, and I'll show you how we do that. All right guys, got the camera repositioned. Take a tiger meat, and scrape it all down in there. And don't worry if a little bit of the Spam and Ham sticks to the pan. It's just going to give it a little bit more flavor. It gets a little kind of smokiness to it. There we go. Make sure you get all that goodness out of there. Get that out of the way. And I'm just going to mix it together. A good stir. Once we get it all mixed together, we'll sit down and have a taste and see if it needs a little bit more seasoning or if it's just right. See, Spam and the Ham usually has a lot of salt stuff in it in the can, you know, so I don't want to put too much in it up front to get it too salty. I'd rather taste it and get it just right than overpower it. All right guys, we got it all mixed up. We're gonna let it cool off for a little bit and give it a taste and see what we need to add to it. Doesn't it look good? Well, I'm telling you, that's some great stuff on a long day on the boat. It'll keep you going for sure. But you guys give it a shot. Let me know how you do it different, because there's so many different things you can do to it. Add all kinds of different vegetables and different seasonings and things like that. So the world of possibilities is endless. All right guys, it's cooled down a little bit. I got me a little bowl right here. I'm gonna give it a quick taste, see exactly what it needs. All right, well, I think it's got enough salt in it. I can barely taste the red pepper though, so I'm gonna add a little bit of that. I like my stuff spicy. If you don't have to add as much. Not a big deal. That ought to do it. Give that a quick mix. I'm gonna sit down and eat this bowl for lunch. My tummy's growling. So there you have it guys. A real simple recipe. Makes great stuff for a day out on the water when you're working hard, sweating a lot. There's everything you need to keep going. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more content. I'll be coming your way soon. Going out tomorrow on the boat with my buddy Bobby. We're gonna go probably try to catch some more spade fish, maybe some redfish, and see if the crabs are doing. I imagine that's kind of panned out for the year, but you never know. May get another charge on them. We'll take a look. So anyway, stay tuned, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Come on, big fish.